Hey, I'm Grant, welcome back to Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. So let's get right back to this. So if I recall, this is the scoop in the gun shop where it's 3 people, and this is going to be different. It has to be, because normally you have to get a photo of the vent. So I don't know how this is going to work. This is actually a secret mission, I guess. There is no photography, so I'm guessing I just have to maybe bring one of them back or something. Okay, so yeah, he's going to charge me now. So I'm going to pay this. Okay, so this is weird. I had actually reloaded this in order to try and get him to take me straight to the gun shop, but I guess once you accept a mission, you can no longer do that. So it's $5,000 to use the shortcut, which really is not that much. I don't use the money on anything. I think if I was trying to play this game a little more effectively, and if I didn't know it that well, it'd be different, but I think I'm pretty set. So normally they just start opening up on you. Can I open this other door? This might be an issue. And then you have to leave, and then they realize, oh wait, maybe he wasn't a zombie. Oh god, they really hurt too compared to the original game. So if I go too far forward, I think they actually start shooting me again. It's a whole big issue. So what do you want? Okay, so yeah, they just make me walk back. Because it's implied that I have a camera, even though I can't use it as a player. So let's go get that photo. Normally, I don't have to do this because I know anytime I play in the regular game. Now I know as a player to just grab it at the beginning of every playthrough. But unfortunately, unlike Kent's photo, which you can just save and reuse over and over, you have to actually take a photo of it in the same playthrough. Okay, let's get that photo. I'll say now that this scoop does not translate very well. It's super monotonous running through these areas over and over again. So I don't even actually know how to use the shortcut. So I guess I have to go back down into this and talk to Greg again? Let me go try that. I don't know, it's super weird. Oh wow, he's gonna charge me again, which I'm gonna pay it because I totally want to use it. I'm probably gonna use it every single time I can now. Because the fact that it takes me straight out from the security room, and I haven't tried it yet, but I bet it takes me right back in there too. I'm probably gonna cut it out for you guys, but just doing this running around really sucks. There are so many areas of this mall that just don't have any zombies in it, and I'm just holding forward on my control stick. Alright, now let's go back. I'm gonna actually try and take the shortcut back this time, so hopefully this will be quicker. Alright, moment of truth. This is either gonna work or blow up in my face. Alright, hey, it worked! I don't know why they bothered to have me climb on the counter just to go through it anyway, but I'm not gonna argue with this game's logic. I'm sure they wanted to show that you're actually climbing up in that vent above you. Honestly, this is actually a pretty good area. I bet that's why they block off that passage over to my left, is because otherwise the shortcut's way too easy. Awesome, made it and saved everyone. So what I learned on the way back is your bullets actually do come out of your literal gun, which means that since you have an over-the-shoulder camera, which means that basically every gun in this game actually shoots lower than its actual aimer. And I was wondering why I was taking 2 headshots to kill a zombie. I was actually just hitting them in the torso. So now I'm much better. Then I actually had a lot of fun just shooting like between the shelves of the warehouse and these little niches that you can't really get at in the main game, or at least they're not as important as they are in this game. Awesome, finally, the Isabella scoop. I'm super afraid that this one's going to be incredibly hard. It doesn't look like it, but this is actually one of the hardest fights in the game in the normal Dead Rising 1. So I'm not surprised if it's just going to be way worse, because it's probably going to remind me of the helicopter fight, where it's not inherently hard, it's just the fact that you can't really react fast enough because of how the controls are. You'll have to excuse me if I'm losing my voice. I went out for like a run today, and it was super windy and just blew all this dust. And then I went hoarse, and then instead of resting, I went and I shopped for furniture for 3 hours, and it is killing me right now. Hello. So yeah, this is entirely new. Shit. Really? I thought it... Huh. He seems like he would actually kind of work as a scoop. So I'm guessing they may not want to do him because there's so much climbing, and that doesn't really work in Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. He's going to be a hard enemy, isn't he? Because it looks like he's sprinting. And he probably does massive damage with those cleavers, so I'm probably going to have to avoid him pretty hard. God, why did I not use the shortcut? I guess I'm using it way more now that I know he's out there. But then again, it looks like Joe's not spawning in here. So maybe they do actually try to make room for him by despawning Joe. They probably have to, honestly, just because they can't render that many things on the screen. Okay, here we go. I just noticed this right now. The lighting in this game is way weirder than these cutscenes. It's almost kind of like really red. I think it's because the sun's supposed to be going down, which is a bigger deal in Dead Rising Chop T Drop. Either because they just changed it with the lighting, or probably because the time's paused, so it's sunset for this entire mission. So, wow, that's a fucking gimme. So, assuming this game is like the original, I can probably just do what I normally do. Damn it, no I can't. I bet. Because I can't jump up there unless they specifically let me. I can take a gamble here, though. There was one area that sometimes works, but no, they block. Wait, no, here might work. God, they don't let me. Can I just sandwich myself in here? Oh. Okay. Nope. Well then. I can tank you. I just need to be quick on the draw here. Literally. So she... Oh, she's over here to the right. Oh, I should have used that lawnmower. Oh, wait. What was that? Okay. So do I have to lure her back in here? Because it forced me up that ramp. I didn't actually do that on my own. God damn. I used a bunch of my food just getting here based off that machete guy. So I'm not in a great spot. Ah, god damn. Although I'm guessing I can kite her pretty easily around this. Her AI has always been terrible because it has to pathfind. See, she does that, so maybe this is supposed to be my chance to actually get food. Or hopefully she's not healing over there. She must just be driving around. I think there was a couple things I could probably break over here, or maybe... I guess I might as well just get up on these, assuming she doesn't kill me. Because her bullets are nowhere near as terrible as some of the other stuff she has. Oh wait, no, it trapped me. Damn it, I dodged, come on. Well then, let's try this over. I don't know how you're supposed to do this fight. Like, I guess you're just supposed to try and kite her, which is already super hard in this game, because you can't walk left or right. You have to, like, stop and turn. It's tank controls, which I guess makes sense, because it was a Resident Evil game. But still, this really sucks. I knew it. I knew it was going to be hard. Oh, come on. Or unless, see, like there, it gives me that dodge ability, and I think you just have to know. There's that trash can in the back, though, so that helps. Maybe if I'm not hard aiming, I might even have the ability to dodge anytime she does that. Yeah, I guess I just have to kind of Toro her. Grab this. So I just have to wait. She, like, I guess is like almost calling chicken. It's almost like playing a game of chicken where she'll probably stop and stare me down, and then I have to, yeah, dodge out of the way every single time. In which case, that's actually pretty easy. It's just going to be keeping track of her. That's going to be hard. And then every time she gets low on health, she's going to run over there, give me probably a chance to heal up and stuff. And then I have to go trigger it, but then also get the dodge. So I guess that's the mechanics of this game. As a kid, this would be way harder. Hopefully I have the reaction time, and now I know I'll have to approach this. And there's no issue if I just do it early, so I might as well just like wag the stick the whole time. So, which means it's pretty hard to mess that up at all. It's just more about DPS and how clunky this freaking fight is right now. Like, by the time I find her, she might be dodging me again. And I don't think I can turn up the sensitivity of this game. This would probably be a great use if I had more of that blue juice, which I think I can actually make the blue juice. But then I could just use the Mega Buster. And then I don't have to worry about reloading on top of all of this. I'm guessing there I just didn't have room to dodge. I'm probably way better off just standing in the center here. That way she'll have a clean approach every time. No? There must be something that triggers the dodge. Like, oh, I have to shoot her? Oh yeah, that must be it. I have to shoot her when she's charging. Because then she was distracted or something. I think that's the idea. Or maybe I'm just not leaving enough time in between it. That's another possibility. But I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to dodge out of the way. Oh, like there. I completely let go of that button. And it still said I held on to it. Come on, come on. I don't want to, but I feel like I'm probably going to have to cheese this fight. That was all on me. I should have known better. Come on, if I can get her back to that propane tank. I don't even know if that hurts her, unfortunately. There we go. Something. It's probably actually a great strategy you could probably find in this fight if I was going to play this game more. Some of the most fun I had in Dead Rising was way back when I first started the YouTube channel. I did this little guide on how to kill bosses in Dead Rising 1. And it wasn't really anything much, but what I always liked about it is just discovering new ways, because these fights aren't hard to find good ways to kill them. It's just the fact that you only really do them once or twice. So you never actually sit down and figure out the best strategy. You usually beat down the clown, and then you probably won't fight him again for ever, really. Oh, come on. That was cheap. You probably won't actually fight him again for several hours at least, assuming you're going to play the game again. And honestly, I always thought Dead Rising had a problem with just the fact that you don't really have a reason to keep replaying it. Especially if you're going for achievements. After a while, you just kind of done everything in the game. Can I just run around you? She might even be like Adam the Clown, where it's entirely feasible and the best strategy just to melee her. Because she just sits there. So I bet if like I just dodge out of the way in a spot that puts me right next to her and I had this small chainsaw, I could be way better off doing just melee strats. Which is surprising, because that doesn't seem like it should be the case. Ooh, I'm extremely low again. I'm so low, I don't even particularly want to try the Molotov. Or I just hate the fact that I can't keep her in my sights. Oh god. And then also play the game. Seriously though, how much damage do you have, Isabella? Really? The number of times she's just going to hit me from off screen is really too high to make this fight fun. Oh my god, stop showing off. Oh my... That was some bullshit right there in my favor. I don't know what that was. She like stopped to fire a gun, then didn't kill me with it, then went to drive, and I guess I got the perfect shot off at the last second. What was that? That was awesome. She has so much health, or maybe I don't know how much the pistol actually does. That's how I feel about the shotgun, is like the shotgun actually doesn't do a lot of damage. In Dead Rising 1 for the Xbox, it totally does. So I'm thinking maybe that was my issue, or maybe I should really use the rifle more. Even though it's harder to use, like it's not as fast as the motion controls, I think it does more damage, at least for headshots. So I'm gonna go, I don't think this cutscene's gonna change. It's a very long one, if I recall. Okay, thank God, they're not gonna make me run back. Thank you. There's too much of this game is just running around. And it was fine in Dead Rising 1 because you're pressed for time, it worked a little bit better. But here, just because you can't do multiple missions, it's just so much running back and forth. The shortcut doesn't feel like it's necessary to stay alive. It feels like it's necessary just to not be bored. Alright, 50,000 PP. Hey, I gotta level up. You may have been noticing that my health keeps going up incrementally. That's because I had a bunch of those juices that raise my health, and I've been saving them, but I've always had to use them off camera because I suck and I get damage on the way to the scoops. So that's my bad. So yeah, these must be required. So what I want to do is I was hoping to leave. Let me try and see if I can at least... I'm pretty sure you can reset this. I guess I can reset this by going to the gun shop. Let's test that theory, because I think, one, you can actually grind money by picking up the food and selling it to Otis. That would really suck, because queens even are only like worth $100, and you need a couple thousand for good guns. But I guess while we're here, we'll check some stuff out. Okay, I bought this machine pistol. Should be pretty good. Perfect, it does respawn these, which means I will be set once I get some healing done. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. The cult. This one might be difficult. I guess it's probably only the one where you have to go to the Paradise Plaza and probably save that first chick. I think the actual fight comes later. And I thought this was a secret mission, but I guess not. Maybe just the fight is. Okay, awesome, yeah. So this doesn't make any sense, because this cutscene actually takes place during the day, I think. I don't think they show any of the outside, maybe when they cut back to Frank. Because I don't think they actually re-rendered any of these cutscenes. I think they just literally ripped them from the other game. In which case, I'm really curious, because that would be a huge loophole. No, I guess maybe not. I guess they also could probably have two versions. I always get this scoop as soon as possible, but they might have a night version in the main game, just in case you really don't come here in time. Because it's really hard not to come here and get this instantly, because it happens anytime you go to the Paradise Plaza, which you do a lot. But I guess you could stall or something. The big question is, can they capture me And will they get rid of my entire inventory? Like, will they take my guns? That would be even more of a game ender than it was in Dead Rising 1. And let's be honest, everyone, when you get captured by the cult, even if you're a good player, you always just reset. Fuck it. You know, it's a death. Okay, so here we go. So, oh god, that was terrifying, the fact that he just like slid. So hopefully, oh god, this might be kind of an issue. Because I can't roll or anything. So hopefully this is just as powerful. Nope, this chainsaw is not. It's not terrible, but this mini chainsaw kills these guys in like one hit, whereas I think it's 2 hits in this game, I guess. And it's definitely no freaking hunting rifle where you can one-shot these guys. Although, let's be honest, this fucking fully automatic nature of this gun is pretty dope. Huh, so I guess they probably actually stop you from saving her at all while you have those guys out. Whereas there's plenty of other times I'll just run straight in, kill a couple, grab her, and then just go. Because you can just take her over to the park, zone out, zone in, and those guys will be gone. In fact, I wonder if you could do that anyway, like just zone out, zone in, before you even save her, and then just see who's left. She might die instantly, I don't know. There's so many factors of Dead Rising 1 that just seem like they could be amazing or just I don't have answers for, like what happens when you do X, oh god. But until we actually have a reason to do stuff like that in a Dead Rising game, I feel like it's just always going to be lacking. But it's sad. It's kind of sad for me, just because it seems like they make such a great game. And there's so many facets of it, but then they kind of shoot themselves in the foot by making it so that there's only really 1 or 2 optimal ways to play the game, or have reason to play the game. Which is unfortunate, and I'm hoping for Dead Rising 5 that kind of advances. Like, I would love to see a facial recognition of just doing like silly challenge runs in Dead Rising. The game's perfectly built for that. It's perfectly built for speed runs. I just want to see that actually get taken up by the Capcom team. Awesome. Surprisingly easy scoop. I expected way worse from the cult, but just getting in the movie theater is going to be the hard part, I think. Especially because I don't have the cheese weapon, the sledgehammer, like I did in Dead Rising 1. You know, it just occurred to me now that the reason that this screen looks like this is it's a roll of film, and Frank's a photographer. Alright, antique lover. So this should be pretty easy. I think this is going to be a little harder just because of the fact that you can't shut doors, but I think you just talk to him. Oh god, of course the cult's actually out too. Now I just feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot, because now you have multiple special zombies and the cult, and it can't spawn all of them. And as much as I would love to see Joe wreck the cult, if they do spawn all of them, I'm gonna get wrecked hard. It also just occurred to me that I could have just done the other scoop first, so I didn't have to put up with these guys. And I can actually shut this door, hell yeah. That's something Dead Rising 4 really needs, is just the ability to shut a door. So I guess it's just talking. So again, this should be pretty easy, but the cult's out there, and I think the cults actually might be a huge deal. Okay, continue. Is there a battle axe in here? Oh, okay. I guess there is stuff. Huh. I'm actually surprised that they even stop you to use it. I guess that's the point of the scoop, is maybe it unlocks these weapons. That would actually make a little more sense. Battle axe is by far one of the most underused but amazing weapons in Dead Rising 1. Because I think the only place you can get it is from that store. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other places, whereas at least with the katana there's like a couple hidden. But yeah, I think that's the only one that there is in the game. Much like stuffing Chris lips, there just isn't another place to get it. Nice job, dude. Holy shit, you killed him. High five, man. Hell yeah, another pretty easy scoop. Honestly, watching Floyd kill the Chris Lips guy, just by himself that shove, those little silly moments are what brings me back to Dead Rising, is because you can actually play it over and over again, and even though it's the same ideas and the same missions, there's always little tiny things that can happen that really just change everything up. Huh. What's this? Oh, so I must have gotten this. This is the sniper family. Maybe you don't need to get every mission that's S up to this point, but just certain ones and certain days. Just gonna assume cutscene's the same. And let's kick this off. So I think the issue's gonna be is they are all probably faster than me. because I haven't really been getting speed bonuses for leveling up like you do in the original game. And I think they might intend that, so it's a little bit more of a gunplay battle, but we're gonna see. If they do like to run away from me, it won't be too hard, because I can probably just gun them down. Like, the guns in this game are way better. Oh! So it's just gonna be like Carlito, so I just have to dodge. Or even like Isabella, and this is probably they have to just like make up for the fact that you have weird controls. And you can't see it based off of the game, but I actually get a vibration when they're sighting me. So I think the main point right now is I just have to get up to them, which is probably why there's these barricades in the way, is just to make it not trivial. Plus a laser pointer. I guess that's necessary too, because you can't make them out on this resolution. Man, would this not be just so intimidating? You're hardscoping a guy and he just dodges every single bullet. God, this is perfect. The downside is I can't actually feel the vibration if I'm shooting my gun, because it's vibrating anyway. And I also can't dodge while I'm in that. So I guess I'm just gonna have to run at them and melee them if I can, but probably just keep shooting them. The issue is now that they're all spread out, only one of them ever seems to shoot, but there's always one who's coming at me at any given point. Like, I'd like to get this dad, but I can't really get out of any of the sight lines. Okay, got one son. And I don't think there's damage fall off, particularly with these guns, so I think I can just shoot them from far away as long as I can see them. Pretty easy scoop. Honestly, upgrading my guns was a great call. And I'm just basing this off the fact that it vibrates despite me going behind cover. I think they can actually shoot me through walls. Oh, awesome, he's just gonna run. I bet I could probably stagger him too if I use my rifle. So you could probably do a 1v1 sniper duel and just constantly hit them before they can actually hit you. Bad choice, kid. Come on. Oh yeah, you totally can. So I bet I could, if I wasn't so zoomed in, I could just easily hardscope him like this. And just wait for him to do that, because he's got to wait and actually go through the mechanics of it. I don't. So yeah, I guess that's it. And I have to go save that one guy. I should pick up some books. I haven't looked at them since I did that little tutorial mission on it, but there's probably some good ones. Even if they could get something like just 10% more gun damage, that would be great in pretty much every single situation. Something about this guy is, I always thought he was brothers with that other dude you find in here, the trapped in the closet guy. So to be the complete opposite of Dead Rising 1, getting the cultists in this game has made so much just way easier, because it can't spawn Joe, it can't spawn parrots, and can't spawn poodles, because it's got to spawn like 2 cultists and you just snipe them. That's actually really awesome. And I got a rifle. Hell yeah, this is going so much better. Awesome. Hey, that better be unlocked. I get the point that they have the key to the rooftop or whatever, but what's the point? Because again, I've beaten a lot of the game at this point. God, I don't even know what scoops I have left. God, this takes me back to when I actually did this scoop, and I had to kill this zombie without getting a credit towards it for that one no-kill run, and I spent hours just trying to perfect that. You know, that kind of changes it a lot, because normally that scoop just blindsides people that you have to pay, like, actually bring food back. I can't open this door while Carly is talking. Of course. And I guess she just has to walk on her own. Alright, so that one was a little bit harder, but I had this really great immersive experience heading back because it was just so dark in the plaza. I actually followed the exit signs on all the doors because they glow and they'll point you where you're supposed to go, to the exit. And that was actually kind of a really cool moment because, I don't know, the world just spoke for itself. Also, this cutscene's unskippable. Or, no, it's not. It must hide a loading screen. God damn, this is like the 5th cutscene in a row. I keep skipping them, but I guess this is just a really story-heavy episode to get to the bomb mission. Which, I don't necessarily know why they did that. It seems like they could have split it up way more.